I don't do the most, but I do a lot. I'ma make a toast, cause we still alive. No big, I feel like Pac. I shoot a shot. I'm coming in hot. Coming in hot. Shoot that. Hey, why not?
That everybody was kind of steaming toward mid-major. I wanted to go to Bradley. You know, on my visit, I hung out with PG, Philip Gilbert. He showed me a good time. I won the dice game. Man, I was hooping. Like, bust the dude whose spot I was supposed to probably take. And I didn't even know he was from the area. Like, they was like, yeah, he won state in 1A. I'm like, I don't know, dude. Like, yeah, 1A. I'm like, I ain't mean no disrespect to him. I'm like, I don't know, dude. Like, and he stayed in a real small town. And he was like my host too. And I'm like, why would you I'm like, I'm competitive. So you gonna have me hoop against my host?
That's crazy.
I'm finna embarrass this boy.
Right.
And go look, ate good, steakhouse, all that.
Yeah. So yeah, you get there, long 4-year career, dunk contest after, senior year, dunk contest, college dunk contest that was on ESPN. I wasn't expecting that from you, but I expected it. And then your biggest highlight, for me, your biggest highlight in college was making that Sports in the top 10.
On the pass, ain't that crazy?
Bro.
I got a bunch of highlights in college too, boy. But it was a pass that made the top 10.
Like this dude, a legend off of behind the back pass. Like that's.
Hey, you know what though? A lot of people ask me that I mean to throw it like I just trying to get the ball to him.
Yeah.
And how that spin went on that thing was crazy, man.
Spot on.
But I thought he's gonna throw it up for a second.
Man, if he would have did that, boy.
Ooh. He ain't built like that. That's my guy though. That's Big Tilly, boy.
Man, that would have shut. That would have been.
Her, yes.
Get the Flint 13s back there and.
Hey, I wear mine. There's a bunch of stuff beat up back here, boy.
People underestimate them beaters, man. Hey, you gotta.
I'm wearing. Man, it's a story behind my shoes, boy. I had just got my cement 3, and the only thing I had to do was get some new shoestrings. But man, I had just got them, and one of her homegirls got stuck in some mud. So guess what I had to do? Get her out the mud in them damn shoes. But luckily, I only had to get some new shoestrings. I could get the mud off, but the shoestrings was a wrap.
Dang. Hey. Cement 3s in the mud. Go figure.
The white ones.
Oh.
Pearly. They was pearly. I just got them. I'm like, oh, for real?
Yes. So yeah, talk about being a student athlete at Wisconsin Green Bay. Kind of college life.
Man. So look, I tell you, like my first time.
You can leave out some of the pieces that we probably shouldn't know.
No, I say my first time getting to Green Bay, and this one I kind of knew it was gonna be different. We had a reservation for a hotel.
Yeah.
Right. So we get there. It's just my mom getting out the car. The hotel is locked. It's kind of late. I think it's about 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
It's about an 8-hour drive from St. Louis. So we drove. I got my stuff loaded up, etc. This for summer school. They finna drop me off for summer school. Man, when I tell you it's a whole ordeal, like, you know how my mom is. Like, she felt that sense of racism and that judgment on her. Oh man, she took it there. So they called the coach. Coach get us a different reservation. We had a different hotel for the night. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's kind of how my Green Bay life started. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it was different. Yeah. When I tell people it's not a lot of racism. It's a lot of people who just didn't know. They wasn't exposed. They was kind of ignorant to a lot of things. And I had been to school with other races since middle school.
Okay.
So it had been a while for me because you know at Ritter we sold out. It's sold brother number ones over there. So it had been a minute. So it was just a culture shock for a while.
Yeah.
You know, we in way back in sit way back off the road. You know, so it's not much around you.
Yeah.
You know, in Wisconsin itself, it's a nice culture though. It's a
Okay.
working class culture,
Okay.
and if you work, they mess with you. So you know, I got along well. You know,
Yeah.
worked on what race relations.
Take this screensaver off.
Hold on, somebody was calling. Yeah, somebody was calling. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, but we did race relations, basically reaching out to the community, doing little things like that.
Yeah.
You know me, I'm a city guy, so I end up finding the city people there. You
Yeah.
know, a lot of guys from Kenosha helped me out. A lot of guys from the Chicago area.
Okay.
You know, just mingling with them who had made Green Bay their home. I definitely have to give a shout out to my mentor, this lady named Susan Zarin and her family. They really took me in. To give you kind of a story, what happened was we had a class.
Mm-hmm.
She's an older lady, so she was kind of listening to what I was saying. And I can't remember the name of the class. It was a while ago. But dude was like something about his book, like buy my book. And me, I'm a student athlete, so I don't have to, I don't pay. So I was trying to figure out, did I need to go buy this book or what was going on? So I'm asking questions. And it was almost like everybody in the classroom got the vibe, like he was saying, this dumb nigga.
Yeah.
And so she like went off on him. Like, no, we gonna have your job, whoop, whoop, whoop. And I'm like, damn, I ain't never have no white lady stand up for me like this. And
Right.
that became almost like my mom out there, man. Like,
Okay.
shout out to her and her kids and her family for taking me under their wing out there. But, the alumni was great.
Yeah.
The alumni was close. The women alumni especially was real great. They was tight-knit, and it kind of brought the men alumni around when they was around. One good one was a guy named Devontae Blanks who played there.
Okay.
AJ, Wayne. Man, there was a bunch of guys up there, man, that reached out. Like the semi-football team was cool.
Okay.
They would, things like that. Guy named Junes, but real name Robert Garth. He a football coach now, but when he's playing semi-pro, man, he'll look out for me. And we kind of just made it like a home field.
Gotcha.
You made that community. You made a community.
Yeah.
You kind of started finding yours. It was a little club for us. Nick Barnett had a club called 5-6 that was decent. It was other little spots that you would find. I found the Barbie eventually.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you made a home sense of it with it being a little different.
Yeah.
It was rural. It's real rural, but Green Bay was a cool experience. Like I say, that's probably some of the most calmest times in my life. I could let my hair down. Didn't have to look over my shoulders.
Yeah.
But
you literally let the hair down. That's when you had the little.
Oh yeah, them joints are slanging, man. Them joints are slanging.
I went through that phase too, so.
I might grow it back out. I'm almost there now.
I say we there, man. Shoot.
I'm almost there. I'm through the ugly phase.
That's the worst part. If I just get a lining, I'm straight. But I got the little hair hanging out like the little Dominican baseball player.
Papi Chulo.
Yeah, man. Hey, but so you go from you go from Green Bay. What was it? Any NBA like possibility after you graduate?
So, man, we normally got a workout with the Bucks, but for that year, it was for some reason I don't think they was fooling with us once they found out the guy they probably wanted. He said he wasn't playing basketball anymore. My teammate Ryan Tillman was 6'8" shooter. He
Yeah.
came off the bench averaging 17 that year.
Okay.
And he kind of just made up in his mind that he didn't want to play basketball anymore. Dang. And I kind of, when they got wind of that, they kind of like well, that it's no point of working out the other guys because we wanted to see him.
Right.
And if anybody knows my story, opportunity is all I need to
Yep.
get knocked down any door.
Yep.
So no, I never end up getting an NBA workout. That first year coming out of college, man, I made like $1,200 in Germany playing Pro B.
Yeah.
I was just hungry, I had my son. I was hungry, and I thought overseas life was gonna be it.
Yeah.
It and be like financially it.
Right.
Because to tell you a crazy story, we go on a sports tour in college. You're able to go on these tours in college that the schools kind of pay for, that you sponsor to go on.
Okay.
So I go on a sports tour to Austria. Like, we play against the professional teams over there, et cetera, et cetera. Now, this early in my career, I might be coming into my red shirt freshman year. Like, that's why Coach had sent me, matter of fact. He wanted me to get some reps, some game-like reps, because I had red shirt. So, on the tour, some guys from Kansas, Roderick Stewart, he was decent, David T. Man, these guys could go. Chester Frazier, you had, man, I thought I could jump. They had a dude named Bradley Strickland from Evansville. Was it Evansville? I can't remember if that was his school, but man, dude was a pogo stick.
Yeah.
One of my teammates went. Another guy, Big G from Purdue went. Big Gary Ware. It was some nice talent on there. A kid from named Casey Holland. He went to Wash U. He was from St. Louis area, but he stayed in the St. Louis area. So we was talking, just about his experience, going to Wash U and all that type of stuff. But man, we played them games out there, dude. I got offered a contract for like 35 for the year. My parents, they like, nah, go to school. Man, I look back now, I ain't making 35 just off my main check now.
Right.
At 19, could have been making 35. Ain't that crazy?
That's
But
crazy.
it just was a time where, like, man, college was fun. I ain't gonna lie, I wouldn't take back the experience of college.
Right.
But man, if you're gonna get a check, man, get a check, man.
And that's why I think NCAA about to hurt, because you got all the G League stepping it up, where they offering these top-notch kids $250,000 to $500,000.
It don't make sense, because in the end, I'm going to college to get a job. So if they gonna give me the job without having to waste these 4 years or any of this time, and you gonna give me a bag, no. And I mean, I guess everybody say you never get back that time in life, you never get back that experience, but so I can build different experience that I want to build. Because a lot of people fail to realize, man, you got a stern schedule and a different life as a student athlete.
Right.
You got to keep up these grades if you want to play. That's one of the things people fail to realize. Some guys are just good athletes. They got to be one and done. They ain't trying to be in that classroom.
No, I don't blame
I wasn't the best, but I made it work,
Right.
figuring out different systems, using the resources that they allowed for you, the tutors. You can ask for assistance. People don't know you can ask for assistance and get tested. Not tested, but take your test in a adjusted room or a custom room.
Okay.
Like it's called a accommodation. Like, you can ask for these type of accommodations.
Yeah.
But we so prideful in certain things like that we scared to ask.
Yeah.
And it's right there for you.
Yeah. A lot of people want to feel like that charity case.
Man, you gotta get if you want to play.
Yep.
And your coach say you need to be this 2-point whatever, and you ain't the best student, and they say you can come take this test in a room by yourself instead of in this lecture hall.
Yep.
And you having test anxiety, you better go do your thing. Like, you better be pride to the side.
Right.
So it's a lot of things I heard that I just started learning from, being around different people and who was giving me game out there in Green Bay, about what was out there readily available for athletes and etc. But yeah, Green Bay was nice, man. I need to get back out there. It's probably been a couple of years since I've been. They got a decent tournament that's been going on for some years. I try to go play in. It's called the Holy Cross.
Okay.
Yeah, it ain't bad. There's some good action out there.
I need, like I said, man, when I do come back to St. Louis, because you've at least built some longevity, like with playing in the minor league. Like you stay relevant. People know who you are. So when I come in town, you need
It's
to
supposed to be my 20-year anniversary in Obama. My first time playing was when I was 14.
That's crazy. See what I'm saying?
I think it's supposed to be my 20-year anniversary.
You need to advocate for your boy and say, hey, my boy Isham, he can do a little something.
Man, I used to always tell you, always been like the Bonner was so special. Man, it's basketball. You can play basketball anywhere.
I think so. I think my biggest thing is when I'm in these groups and I see guys saying this and that and this and that, the competitive side of me, it makes me anxious. Like where I want to go and shut it all up and just
well,
just shut it
the
down.
competitive side is gonna always be there for all of us. One thing like I say, will the body respond? We ain't spring chickens no more, dog.
That's to be determined.
I was with Big Randall yesterday. Big Randall, we went riding on the little wheeler. Niecy hurt from not even hitting it, but just being in there banging on that thing, going up and down.
Yeah,
man, my right knee feel like it's off.
You gotta get you one of them little massage guns. We got one. We got one at the house, man. It's
something. But like I say, man, yeah, the competitive edge don't go nowhere. You know, I see it all the time. I see a lot of jabs, a lot of disrespect. You know, if anybody does know my game or know where I went from this, I can control the game on the defensive end, from the defensive end.
Yep.
You know, that was a skill. And I just was a dog. You know, it ain't nothing to brag about. You play hard. You play hard and do what you gotta do to win. It ain't gonna always be pretty.
Yeah.
Like MJ just showed it. It ain't gonna always be pretty. I ain't gonna always say the nicest thing. Man, you know me. I was known to say with my mind to refs, whatever. It was what it was.
Yeah, literally. It was used to say some stuff. I'm like, man, I can't believe this dude just said that. Like, dude is you were like a ticking time bomb in a good way, because it was like once you got pissed off, it was a wrap. Like that's all it took.
Look, but you remember, like even now, like I'm baffled that a lot of these schools don't remember how it was. Like, man, you had to be different to go to Ritter. Do you remember going to St. Mary's? Do you remember going to Bishop DeBerg? Do you remember going like
garbage?
People don't understand the garbage you have to deal with, the garbage type of people, the garbage type of basketball. Like, and it's not a knock, but they didn't like us.
Right.
You know, these white folk didn't like us. There's battery strong. It's spit in at you. You getting called nigga in the game for no reason. It's like you at them though. Yeah. And we still gonna beat your ass by 60. Yeah. And that's why we was beating them so bad. Cause we can't put our hands on you.
Yeah.
So we gonna get our lick back.
Yeah.
We gonna beat you by 1,000 out here.
Yeah, man. That's when I going back to, I think it was 90, it was 99, I think, when I went to this Ritter game. They was playing Beaumont, and Brian Turner and Gerald Witherspoon was going at it. And come to find out, I think both of them had like 40 apiece that game.
41 and 42 or 40 and 41.
It was something crazy, but it was at Ritter. And I'm like, man, I went to that game. I'm like, bro, I got to go to this school. Like, I never met Gerald to this day, but I always say, like, he's the reason I want to go to Ritter. Because I want to be like that.
He hella funny.
That dude, talking about like a hooper, like, I'm like, man, this cat, he was like.
I got a story for you about Gerald. Gerald, one of them cats who would disappear for a while.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you ain't seen him, you ain't really heard from him on the hoop scene.
Okay.
He'll just pop up. But it looked like, damn, Gerald been in this motherfucking lab. Like, he come right back, ain't a beat miss. He back dunking, fading away.
Yeah.
He's one of the most gifted scoring guards or scoring body people I've ever seen. Like, he's gifted. He can score, bro.
Yeah. I'm curious to know his story as far as Like why he didn't really
That
progress.
might be a good one for you to do.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get
Cause
him.
I think he went to Townsend out there and be more, and it was he might have a story some people need to hear. Like, man, Alex, you need to get Alex on here. A lot of people don't know. Like,
I think Alex lived down here in Dallas.
I think New York now.
New York, okay.
I gotta check. I might be wrong. I think, or he might be back and forth. But
Okay. But yeah, that's what this is about, man. Is giving people that platform to tell their story. I'm trying to get away from the whole who the best in St. Louis, and I want people to come on, tell your story. We're gonna talk sports, but
the story is, St. Louis always been a place where you got to prove yourself.
Yeah.
And after a while, that's all it is. Everybody keep trying to prove themselves. I'm cool. Like, I did what I needed to do. I feel like I'm proven when it comes to a certain point.
Yeah.
But as they say, sometimes just let a sleeping giant sleep.
Yeah.
If you want that certain person to come out again, it can happen.
Yeah.
And that's all from beef. So, if people don't want to see it, don't post it. Put that person in a certain position.
Right. All right. Well, let's go. A couple quick hits. Brad Bill or Jason Tatum?
Or as what? I like them both.
Build an organization around.
To build an organization around.
Aside from the age, because Head was like, well, he gonna go with Jason default because age aside, do you take Brad or do you take Jason?
I'm gonna still go Jason. Jason got the potential to be one of the best two-way players in the game, and like you say, he's 6'8". Brad, what, 6'5", 6'4", 6'5". So just size alone, I'll take Jason, but Brad got some stuff, boy. You almost made me cuff, boy. Hey, I like young fella game. St. Louis well represented very well now in the NBA, but like I say, I came against some guys I still take my money on. Like I say, Tommy Liddell, Poison, man, to see Polk and Monroe beat a press by themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It just was different people. Like,
Polk is a living legend too, but I don't feel he get the credit he needs as it being a four-year starter right at Vashon. I know he played all 4 years, but I think he was a 4 year.
Did he get 3 rings or 4 rings? He got 3.
3.
Man, a lot of people don't know. I was there when he got hurt.
But to do that at Vashon,
man, that was sickening.
Yeah.
That was probably that was a bad day in basketball around here when dude got hurt.
Yeah.
Dude was talking to North Carolina, all type of thing. He's trying to do something special for the city.
Yeah.
Man, when I say he was killing people at that camp, he was free.
At the
you got to remember, like, Vashon, they still got like a little system.
Yeah.
And he got to be free kind of after he got hurt.
Okay.
So, one guy's really putting up 30s and 40s at the league.
Nah.
Because it was too many people.
Right. Yeah,
but man, he at a certain point, it was like he had to.
Yeah.
And he did it. Okay. But dude was different.
Yeah. Lefty.
Dude, and look, it's crazy, dude, blind as a bat. He couldn't see nothing out there.
Oh, that's crazy. I didn't know
you
that.
Give him some contact, he gonna punt, pass, and kick it.
Yeah.
He blind as a bat out there. He see the jerseys dropping down.
Yeah, Polk he's one of them players that I wish I could have played with.
Yeah.
He's the guy you would like to have on your team to, kind of facilitate things. And because I always say, to me, that 04 class was one of the best.
Gotta be.
From like top to bottom.
Gotta be all around. We had guards, we had wings, we had bigs.
Yeah.
At the big, KG, Matt Shaw. You
Yeah.
had I'm talking about that's who I played with.
Yeah.
You had Von West, Darian Luster.
Yeah.
And you know, like you can't to be in Missouri and be called a big, you ain't really no big.
Yeah.
You 6'7", you 6'8".
Yeah.
So in college, you're a 4'3",
Yeah.
and a lot of guys in that era was getting left behind. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really didn't know I was gonna be a wing until I got to college. And all right, you're a wing. Like, all right, what do wings do? Like,
Yeah.
I know I seen wing players, but I've never been defined. You're a wing.
That was part of my issue too. I mean, I was never really. I always played 3 or the 4, so and I never really had to develop them guard skills. So when it was time for me to develop them, I mean, it was a slower process.
Yeah, I got me and Alice, my senior year, me and Alice got through at PG a lot. And yeah, it was difficult. Even in college, some. Like, I was a utility guy in college, man. I guarded 1 through 5. He'll put me at 1 through 5 out there in the offense. So, like, that's why I say I always prided, like, I knew every position.
Yeah.
I knew all the rotations on defense. I was like, I'm finna be the smartest person. Like, film was my joint.
Yeah.
Me and Coach would sit and watch film all the time and pick each other's brains. Shout out to Coach K, my Coach K, not that Todd Kowalczyk. You know, they get them confused because that's my Coach K.
Okay.
It's too hard to say his last name.
Yeah, I would have messed it up
all the time.
Okay.
But you know, the only thing I wish in college is he did run some things through me more. Yeah. To see if I could have been one of them guys, because I felt like I was one of them guys who could have had a team built around them.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, my thing would have been to go to I should have went to Mineral area, and then did my thing there for 2 years, and then.
What you went to Flow first?
Yeah.
What made you go to Flow?
I don't even know. I couldn't even tell you, to be honest. Part of the reason was just trying to be close to my mom. So when Clag got to McClure, Clag was cool with Corey Tate. Well, I'm sure they still cool. Corey Tate was at Mineral area. So I did a little visit there. That's where I was supposed to go. But me, like I said, just not knowing, decided to go to Flow. I was only supposed to be there 1 year, and I decided to stay another year, and from there it was a wrap, just with a knee injury. Mm-hmm. And then I could never get it right, so I tried to walk on at UMSL because the coach at UMSL at the time used to coach at Central, at Hazelwood Central, Coach Pills.
Coach Pills.
Yeah, he was.
Chico's always over there. Chico. Yeah. Man, look, Chico used to have me at Jay's camp early in life, Chico. Right here at St. Nick.
Chico's he's a unicorn.
Man, Chico had you right. But he had you mad in the mug at him, boy.
Yeah. I did a couple workouts with him. One was Jonathan Griffin, JG. Normandy. I mean, he was giving me buckets left and right. I'm like, man, I ain't built for this. I mean, he's like 6'2", but just solid, cocky. He was handing it to me fast, got the stamina. So I'm like, man, I got to do different things.
JG was a bucket.
Man, he's another one that's underrated.
He was a bucket, and it seemed like he got even better after high school.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, where I want to go. In 5 years, who do you see being the best player in the league in the NBA in 5 years?
Probably Giannis. Giannis or Luka. You got Giannis, Luka. Zion got the buzz.
Yeah.
Zion got the buzz. I don't know about the player. He got the buzz. Luka got the game.
I've watched every game. I've watched every Luka game. Just being
Giannis just different. Giannis a unicorn right now.
Yeah.
He making it look real high schoolish out there on NBA players. Like he dunking on Nerf hoops on them boys.
Yeah. So,
like I say, he got the potential, but I got a feeling they gonna get away from American being the star of the league for a while. Just how the basketball is going, I think they want a foreign guy to be the face. Like, I'm taking my bet on somebody like Siakam, Giannis, Luka, Porzingis got hurt, so he out the picture right now. But I think it's gonna be a foreign guy. Even your boy over there in what's the big fella in Denver?
Jokic.
Jokic.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I got a feeling they gonna try to make somebody like that the face of the league after a while.
Okay.
Because LeBron ain't letting them reins go. And KD, I don't see KD being a face of the league. He probably be the best player.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He'd be the best player, but he won't be the face.
He's not built to be the face.
No, he don't have the personality neither. Like Zion, like I say, Zion might be the next American in line for the crown.
Yeah.
But I think they gonna go foreigner.
Okay. I can see that. Caleb Love or Cam Fletcher?
As far as what, man? You just keep saying names. What you?
Who you taking? Pickup. If you're in the pickup game,
you know what?
Got them two boys waiting.
I've never seen Cam really have to play. You know what I'm saying? I ain't get to see like games where Cam had some competition.
Okay.
But I seen Caleb personally destroy kids on my team. And there's a story about Caleb a couple of years ago. We playing in Kirkwood, right? So he chilling low key. I seen this early in this game. Like he kind of coast.
Yeah.
Until like the fourth quarter, and then he hit that switch. You know what I'm saying? So he did the same thing to us. He was kind of coasting. He hit a couple of threes. Maybe got a leak out dunk.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a dog fight.
Yeah.
Early in the fourth. One of my players was senior. Man, and he decent. I ain't gonna say his name because I don't want to put him out there. He decent. He can go. So we sitting there talking, and we like, son, calm down. You don't have to get in a shootout with him to prove nothing.
Right.
Caleb heard, man, dude come over there and did something so gangster. He say, Coach, you see all these people? It's too big in here for him. Oh. Man, he proceeds to shut it down. Oh. And when I say, look, I'm looking at the coaches and at the players, and I gotta say what I said. I stood up during the game and say, nigga, you ain't gonna say nothing back? Ooh. Like I'm mad. I'm looking at them like, man, I'm ready to fight this kid. Yeah. Hey, it's some of the most gangster stuff I ever seen from a high schooler. He proceeded to score about 13 straight, bro. Wow. So I gotta go Caleb because I seen it early. Like as a sophomore, I seen him. Like I told them in the locker room, I'm like, that nigga might be a pro. Yes. Yeah, he definitely. I never seen I ain't seen Cam have to battle nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like Cam destroyed us when we played, but it ain't nobody for Cam on our team to really, have to play like that. Like, Cam was a hell of an athlete. He's a good kid, seem to have his head on his shoulder, but I just seen Caleb, so I can't knock that other kid though, because he going blue blood too. Okay. Yeah, I saw both of them in the EYBL circuit, and kind of like what you said, Cam he did his thing, but Caleb he was like, you know what I say is Cam doesn't seem to have that type of star power Caleb has. Cam will have a great career. Like Cam gonna be a hell of a wing player. Like he probably be a good 3-and-D guy, maybe because all the game now is dunk it, shoot threes, and play some defense. Right. If he can do that, and he's athletic enough to do that, he has a shot at the league. Yeah. But I don't see him being that type of Caleb star. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Caleb got the wiggle. He'll go punchy. He got a little Westbrook. Like he look like a little Westbrook at times. I can see that. Yeah. Yeah, St. Louis. Look. I'm sorry. A little Damish. I go little Dame Dollar.
I can see that because I've seen him a couple times just dance with the ball.
Yeah.
I'm like,
man, look, it was one play. I forgot who they was playing. I think he was playing the V. But he had just hit a shot. Mm-hmm. All right, so he at the top of the key waiting for the clock to go down. And the V sending the double team to come. Yeah. This when he hit the three from half. Like, to be smart enough to see a double coming and have the confidence to be the best player to shoot that shot. That's
Yeah.
what I'm kind of saying. Like, this kid is a little different, bro. Like, I've seen certain players, like, in college, Gary Force was like that. Like, he was at UMass, but I'm like, damn, dude, leagueish. Like,
Yeah.
I rarely had problem guarding people in college. He was one that you was like, damn, he's shooting it from half court. Like, I got to pick him up three quarters.
Right.
I have to, not because he got the wiggle, but because he letting it go at half. So he getting a step because I'm guarding him full court.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just certain things you start seeing about people.
Yeah. I think too that nowadays kids got the advantage with all the trainers and stuff like that. So to me, that's like an upper hand. When I wasn't thinking about no trainer. I wasn't even
We
really
hoop.
working on my game like that.
We hoop.
I just
Where was the hoop session? Look, I can remember days going from Riverview, 40. You go to St. Nick.
Yeah.
You'll go to who else used to have runs?
True.
Umsel used to have runs. Where else was we going? Oh, Forest Park had a decent run. Herstow. Then kind of after that, Head started getting us together out there at Central.
SLU used to have a couple too in the
oh man, SLU let the college guys come back and play. Man, it was some spots where you look Tandy.
Yeah.
It was some spots where you go get your run in now.
Yeah. Everybody, like I said, it's you gotta have a trainer. You gotta post your workout.
That was the workout. I seen some on TV. I'm finna go try it.
Yeah. That's how I did. Like I said, I wasn't watching no film and then breaking it down, and I wasn't doing not knocking nobody that's doing
First time the first time I had that done was in college, and guess what? It was on VHS. They broke down turnovers and bad shots. To see it on film, it was different though. Like it was different to like really start breaking down your game. Like you start seeing where your sweet spots were, where you comfortable at.
Yeah.
Like to just start seeing where you work out better. But that's why I say, you know, to be a student of the game is the film study.
Yeah.
You know, I got better on the court just from watching film, because my instincts was there now. I'm short.
Right.
You know, the body can respond when you doing all the other stuff and staying in that shape, but are these instincts short? So that's part of the game. We they definitely have an upper hand up on.
Yeah, that's true. So a couple more things. I know you got the PMP hoodie on. Kind of just tell people what PMP is about, where you're trying to progress it to. You know, so what's the overall picture for PMP?
Yeah, PMP, practice makes permanent. You know, saying that I've been using and created into my training little company that I got going. It's basically we based in St. Louis. Right now with this COVID, man, I don't know what direction we headed. Because it's hard to be able to tell what type of contact we can have with people.
Right.
So just trying to figure out ways to adjust the company to that, to give people the services.
Okay.
But before we was training kids, doing camps, doing clinics, things of that nature. Was trying to get a youth program kicked off, but once I got the job at Soden, it kind of became too much. I had with me doing it all myself.
Yeah.
So my youth kind of got put on the back burner. I hate to say, with me being at Soden. But I definitely been trying to like dabble and get back in it and help out certain teams and different people who ask me to touch the kids in the youth area.
Okay.
Because I ain't gonna lie, in certain areas, that's the problem. These kids have not been coached. You know, it's just guys out here rolling these balls, calling themselves coaches, or they stealing all these good players, putting them on the team, and calling themselves coaches. Coaching starts early.
I always say a good coach is defined when they don't really have good players. That's when you determine who's a good coach and who's not.
Yeah, everybody can coach talent, but can you coach a bunch of nobodies?
Yep, and build
And
them up.
some guys can't do that. You know, they can't put that together.
Yep.
And I think that's what this JV experience has been letting me do. You know, putting things together, because you just get what you get on JV. You get a lot of the leftovers, and a lot of these kids' skill set it's just starting. You know, they just figuring out their bodies.
Yeah.
They need to be stronger, all these types of things. So it's fun helping them kind of go through their process and get called coach.
Yeah, yeah. That's what we're doing down here, man. Is building up something. And like I said, man, within 3 years, I see DFW Magic being one of the go-tos down here in Dallas. So.
Yeah, I would, what I'm saying, I would love to really be more into the one-on-one training, but I like the youth aspect because if somebody gonna train them, they need a fundamental base. They don't need all that dribble, and robotic type stuff. Like, man, learn how to pivot, learn how to use your jab, learn how to rip through, learn how to use your body to create space. It's just certain things I like doing in my training that I don't really think people will understand unless they come to it and know basketball.
Right.
Like, we going over details. We not just going over do this.
Yeah.
No, you gotta, why are you doing this?
Yeah.
Why, when you see a defender react like this, why should you protect the ball with this type of move?
Yeah.
It's just certain things now that helps the kid progress mentally. Because some of these kids are skilled, but they don't know what they doing.
Nope. I see it
Why
all
they
the time.
Why you just cross back over right into this, man? You had them beat. Well, that's the move I've been working on. I've been working on the 1-2. Well, you ain't have to. Just go. Sometimes it's just okay to go.
Yep. I've
And I
had
think
guys
getting away from that. Like, I see so many kids making all these nice moves, but at a certain point, I was just better than you. I ain't have to do that. Like, I'm finna just beat you. Like, I'm faster than you. I can move with this ball better than you. You can't stay in front of me. Like, the one was it.
Yeah.
The 2 was just in case I'd seen some help.
Yep.
It's like, I gotta have this. Like, and I understand the game is different, but you can't touch nobody. You got hand check. You had hand checking and different things in our nature where guys could kind of force you different way.
Yeah.
You just move freely here, and why you need all this wiggle to go through somebody.
Get from point A to B. That's what I teach. You don't need all the dribbling. If you dribble more, if you at the top of the key or on the wing and you dribble more than 3 times to get to the basket, you did way too.
Look, if you ain't did nothing in 3 to 5 seconds or 3 to 5 dribbles, get the ball up, man.
Yep.
And that's why, we came from that culture. I couldn't play with James Harden. He cold, but man, to sit there and watch dude dribble.
Couldn't do it.
Like, that's why it was, it wasn't that Ken Burke dribble. Ken Burke got it off in the flex or transition. I've never been able to watch people dribble until college when that was what the offense was. Give it to the guard and let them and try to create something. So
we're gonna have to PMP and we're gonna have to.
We need to collab, do a camp or something, man.
Yeah.
Coaches Planet, something.
Yeah, I'm down. Like I said, I'm building relationships down here. So when that time,
I got some guys down there. Big fella down there, Demetrius Alexander. He a local legend from here. He down there. Okay. Darren Brooks down there in Dallas.
Yeah.
It's some more people down there, man. We gotta link up, do something.
I'm down whenever. That ball is life down here.
And then it is. I thought football was life down there.
I'm trying to change that culture.
Oh, okay.
You see, I mean, so down here is more, you got like 2 or 3 schools that kind of run it from a basketball standpoint. Everybody else just like fill in the gaps. You know what I'm saying? So
they just games.
They just there. But you got about 2 to 3 schools they about that life. And that's where all the players flock to. You see a lot.
Your boy from Dallas, ain't he, Chris Bosh?
Chris Bosh from here. Who else in the NBA from here? Miles Turner.
Oh, you ain't get to go. You remember we saw Chris Bosh in high school.
He was cold.
We played in that tournament in Herculaneum or something.
Yeah.
Man, dude was out there doing all that retarded stuff.
Yeah, he from here. Miles Turner that played for the Pacers. Actually, the school district we live in, my kid's gonna go to that high school. So like my oldest son, Lamont, he'll be going to Trinity. That's where Miles Turner from.
He going to high school already?
Yeah, 9th grade next year, man.
It was just fifth. Y'all been gone 3 years?
Yep. 2017 is yeah, we left June 2017.
Man. Yeah. Cause look, Rock finna start middle. He going to 6.
You going to
Kingston
Lutheran North,
6
right?
years old. Yeah, we gotta go on Lutheran North.
Okay.
Was trying to find something different, but Lutheran North the spot he like.
Yeah, I want to
So,
see. I want to see.
look.
It's a nice little wave of young players coming up with him.
Look, a lot of people like you gonna let him go to the enemy. I say he get to make his own decisions. I made my own legacy at Cardinal Ritter. He can go where he want to go and make his own legacy.
Yeah.
He got a hard act to follow though. It's a hard act to beat an undefeated season, man.
Yeah, you can't beat that.
Come on now.
There's no way to beat that. No
So
way.
I'd rather him go somewhere and make his own legacy with what he gonna do. He might not even want to hoop. He might want to play football or something different.
Right.
You know, people just don't know how good of an athlete I really was. Like I only hoop because that's what I did, but I played all sports. I just never played them in high school like that.
Yeah. You grew up playing baseball and all that too, right?
Yeah, played baseball. Man,
I
God, look, Reggie Harris used to have us going ice skating all the time, man. Yeah, you know, because Reggie was like a tap dancer. He tapped out.
Black man ice skating?
Yeah, Reggie had white friends early, so he was putting us on to some different things at a younger age. Mr. Harris, OG Harris, rest his soul, Big Red. He was putting us on some different things early.
Yeah.
Taking us out there ice skating. We was playing baseball for St. Bart's out there. Baseball was fun. It was simple. It's slow.
Yeah.
You know, you got to be real patient and real focused in baseball, because when you ain't focused, that's when the ball comes to you.
Yep. Yeah, we coached me and the wife. We coached one of the Redbird rookie teams.
Mm-hmm.
It was 2016. But anyway, this kid come out and Action come to the field. And I'm like, man, who Action knows?
His son was playing.
It was his son. I'm like, bruh. Action like, yeah, my son. You coaching my son? I'm like,
yeah, Action's son.
Like, boy, you too old to have a son.
Yeah, Action's son. I think you're younger than Rock. Maybe 9. He might be 9.
Gotta be 9 because
I think he 9. Rock 10 finna be 11.
He was on the same team as our youngest son.
Hey, that's funny. How is the little Energizer Bunny?
Man, that dude is character, man. I thought he loved to hoop, but with all this stuff going on, he just want to do video games.
Yeah,
so
that's
like
all
lately, my daughter been the one that's been hooping the most.
London
get out there and she getting her shots up.
But you can't force. Like I keep telling her, I'm not gonna force you to be good. I'm not gonna force you to get any of this knowledge. Like you gotta want it. Like at a certain point, he'll come. But I just hope it ain't too late, because I'm ready to put these things up, dog.
Yeah.
I'm tired of lacing them up.
I ain't never tired. And I was waiting. I'm surprised where she told me, she's like, she want to do skills training. She want me to go in the back with her. And I'm like, shoot, let's go.
Oh, I love that part of it.
She wasn't.
Look, I actually love training, but to get up and down and bang now, dude, I gotta go to work in the morning.
I'm still trying to do it. If I'm gonna be sore, I'll be sore. Sit in the tub, in that jacuzzi tub and soak.
Oh shit, you blessed. I can't fit nah.
Keisha tell you, man, I be
you trying. You been hooping lately? So you been hooping?
I ain't done no men. I was getting ready to start a men's league before all this pandemic stuff started. But I'm in the backyard like every day just putting up shots.
Man, you know what's crazy? On our rec league team, guess who it was?
Cool.
Me, Nico, Corey Hill, and Saul Bird, bro. We had linked up and got on the same squad.
Boy, Saul different. When I got the flow, and this dude, like I said, once again, here I am, thinking I'm, this nice dunker, athletic.
Saul always been dumb.
This dude start windmilling, reverse 3
off one leg too.
I'm like, bro, who is this dude? I'm from Riverview, blah blah blah. I'm like, man.
Look, this is how wild Saul was. Saul put his name in the draft out of high school, baby.
Yeah.
My guy had confidence, baby. I don't care what nobody say. That's why I mess with him. He knew he was cold.
Because when I got the flow, he told me that, and we was in the computer lab, and he's like, yeah, I was supposed to make it to the league. I put my name in the draft. Everything. I'm like, man, put your name in no draft. Bro pulled it up right there. I'm like, you was for real. But Saul was nice. Well, he ended up getting hurt.
He was. I can't remember what happened that time. He tore his ACL.
Yeah.
Can't remember if that was the time he did it or if he did it more than once, but he tore that thing. And he changed his game. He stopped being a high flyer, turned himself into a shooter, a smart player. And he's still doing it.
Yeah.
I hate a lot of people in the area missed a lot of good basketball. You know what I'm saying? Like they missed them shows from our guy Twig. Like Twig used to put on some shows in Havana. Like Alex, they missed some of them shows. Like I hate he gave it up so early. Yeah. I hate Xavier gave it up so early. Like it's just certain Monroe. I hate Monroe kind of just let himself not fall off, but he kind of just fell off. Like he wasn't hooping.
Money was nice, boy.
Man, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, one man press, break.
Money was nice.
Man, pat that thing. Like, it's just certain guys growing up, you just respect because you seen what they was doing.
Yeah.
And, like, a lot of people didn't get to see it, and they'll bash them and try to talk about what they doing now. But, nigga, you just got good in old age. That man used to be cold when it was meant something.
Right.
A lot of times I tell niggas, nah, it don't mean nothing. You win a wide and all that. That don't. When it meant something, we was them guys. We was from Joe's.
Right. Yeah, I never really did none of the program, none of them leagues. Shoot, for real, I fizzled off, and I wasn't even really hooping. For a minute, I was just working, and I went through that period where I'm like, I don't know what to do. Then Terry had the 3D stuff going. He's like, man, you got to come on, help me coach. I'm like, cool, say no more.
Yeah. Coaching is fun. Though. I like the aspect of coaching. I'm still trying to figure out, am I too competitive with them or at times or what? Because, you still get out there and do certain things.
Yeah.
But, you got so much passion for this game. And
it's going to help them. Like I tell my guys, my ninth graders, like,
y'all too nice. This generation a little too nice at times.
Yeah, and I tell my ninth graders, like, when we practicing, if you can get past me or whatever, or if I had them going down the lane, I'm trying to throw their stuff. I'm trying to send it to the next court. Like, if you can get your little floater off or whatever on me, when you get to the game, it should be that much easier.
Like, what make me mad? That they'll pull up somebody else's highlights and be like, yeah, this dude I'm talking about. Well, why you ain't looking at his highlights trying to see how you can stop him? Sure. And why you ain't up here? Why they ain't talking about you like him? Like, why your mindset ain't that? Like, I'm finna take his spot.
Yeah. Well, the thing we run across, like with my ninth grade boys, before all this started, they like, Coach, you think we're going to play Mikey Williams when we get to Vegas? And, Mikey Williams killing it right now. They scared. I'm like, yeah, we probably going to see them when we get to Vegas. Man, I don't know how
I want all that. I was looking for smoke. See, that's the thing, too. Like, I wouldn't say I was arrogant, but I was naive a little bit. Like, I ain't really know who some of them names was I was playing against.
That's how I was.
Like, man, I was on the team with Chris Paul. And Chris Paul said something wild. I went right back at him like, man, you nigga, like, I smacked, like, you know how I was at that age? Like, I go right at his neck. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't care about no name. If we hooping, we hooping.
That's all that matter. That's how I look.
Tie your shoes, how I tie mine.
Yep. All right, so we're gonna end it with what would you tell your younger self? What would Terry Evans III tell Terry Evans III back in 94, 95, 96?
That this game of basketball will take you to a bunch of places that you would not imagine.
Yeah.
That this game of basketball will allow you opportunities that you couldn't imagine. And to my younger self, I would say, just stay hungry.
Yeah.
It was certain times where I wouldn't say it was certain times I got comfortable, but like, man, at a certain time, like, you know, St. Louis was popping. Nelly was hot.
Yeah.
Man, the league basketball was popping. It was just a lot. D. Miles then was hot. Larry was hot. Like, it was a lot going on.
Yeah.
And so what I would say, stay focused. It was just times where, you know, you can be in that scene, but them guys different on them scene. They earned that right already.
Right.
You still gotta get yours.
Right.
You ain't got that's they bag. You ain't got a bag yet.
Yep.
So, you know, I would tell my younger self, you know, don't get parlayed into all that. Just enjoy it.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, that's good. Especially the fact that, like, I tell a lot of people now, just because you know somebody, don't feel you entitled to what they've achieved. You know, and I see that a lot too nowadays, where, you know, homie might know somebody else and he think he entitled to his success. I'm like, you ain't earned that.
Yeah, that's his blessing.
Yeah. So use that, if anything, use that as a stepping stone, or, you know, a little platform to earn yours, but don't feel you're entitled to anything.
Mm-hmm.
And I think,
Man, boy, I thought I was set, boy. I ain't gonna lie, that was a hard gut punch, and you know, it took me a while to recover. Anybody who been through anything where you felt like you was at top and you had something said, you know how it is to be at rock bottom.
Yeah.
And, you know, like I tell people all the time, it's a light at the end of the tunnel. You know, I share my story just because a lot of people don't know.
Yeah.
From playing, look, I played semi-pro with Book them. It took some flack from them coaches just for saying things that had to be said.
Yeah.
Like, man, we had a practice and a coach like, I'm the GM, I'm this, I'm that, I'm this. I do all this for the players. I got to do this. And I'm like, you know, after a while, it's like he venting.
Yeah.
He ain't really saying nothing about basketball that's going to help us. So he just venting.
Right.
It's like, so I said something like, that really ain't got shit to do with us. Like, you know, like, and he was mad.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, he called back, respected me for saying something. It probably wasn't the right way to say it, but he respected me for saying something.
Right.
And that's why I think a lot of times people bite their tongue, and sometimes shit got to be said.
Yeah.
And I might not say it right, but, man, I'm letting it go.
Yeah.
It's better out than in.
That's,
and look, sometimes it's okay to hurt feelings.
Yeah. Hey, that's gonna define
get over it.
Of that person.
Because one thing about it, like, all my friends and all my partners, we got cool through conflict.
Yeah.
We got cool through conflict. It was a competition between me and you at first.
Yeah.
Shit, who's gonna make varsity? Who, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Who's gonna make varsity? Then that got us cool. Shit, we battling. Let's play hoop it up then together. Let's get each other better. Let's hang. Let's do this. That competition makes you close. Right. And a lot of people avoid it now. Everybody, I might have had a fist fight with a nigga that's my friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what got us to that point to be cool.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are scared of the conflict, but the conflict is the storm. Once you weather the storm, you do it.
Good. Yep. All right, man. Well, I'm gonna let you go. Like I said, I appreciate it. I know we tried like 4 or 5 different times to get this done, so I'm glad we was finally able to. Yeah, might have to come on for a part 2 or something at some point. And then I'm gonna text you later about probably them low top 11s. Trying to see what else.
What you need? There's a few things back there.
Yeah, them 2s up there. I'm like Steven Jackson. This my begging segment. Yeah, man. Hey,
I got some ones back there hid.
Yeah.
Some shadows. I think I got some shadows and the Michigans.
Yeah, I like them olive 9s. Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
Can't get them.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
I ain't gonna lie, it's all for sale except for them. You come get anything in here. You can't get them Cal 4s, and you can't get them olive 9s. Them the only shoes I sit on.
Okay. Well, text me prices.
Man, come get them. I ain't about no. Make a package deal.
bro. I'm gonna let you go, but like I said, I appreciate it. And then, yeah, let's put our heads together and get a camp or something. Even if it's like a little 2-3 day camp, you know, y'all come down for the weekend or whatever. You and the fam.
Sure. Look, that's one thing now. We call it a business trip.
There we go. Write it off on them taxes.
Hello. You gotta start playing the game. Look, we late.
Yeah.
I'm just learning it, but hey, I'm finna start playing the game too.
Yeah, hey, you got to. Build that legacy.
Look, you gotta to play the game, you gotta learn the game. So
yes, sir.
I'm teaching it as I learn it.
Shout out PMP again. What's the drop the little social media handles? How can they find PMP?
On Facebook, it's PMP training. And then on IG, it is I forget my IG tag. I think it's PMP_PMP.
Okay. I'll try to ping it. I'll ping it on the I'll ping it once the video released.
Yeah, there's some underscores in there, but it's PMP _training.
Okay.
Oh, established 2017 on IG.
Okay. That's all good. And then like I said, I'll once I drop this video, I'll put them tags on there so people can access and
yeah, I can email them to you.
Yeah, do that and get this thing going, man.
Yeah, man. It was good talking to you, bro.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna text you my offers for them shoes. About to do it right now.
All right.
All right, bro.
Peace.